Well, hello everybody, and happy Tuesday. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live on Tuesday, November 29th. I can't believe it's almost December. It is crazy. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we are going to be doing a snowy card today because it's cold. It wasn't really that cold today. It was probably like 60. But I am freezing. I've got the heat turned up and I am just like wrapped up in a jacket. It's so cold. I just got to chill and I can't get rid of it. So I decided to make a winter card today. So this is what we're making. It's Emboss Resist. So I know probably most of you guys have heard of that technique before. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I see lots and lots and lots of people on here. It says only 20 people are watching, but I think there's more than 20 people on here because there's a billion comments. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Karen. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Terry. Seems like everybody's cold. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Katie. Don't have that set, but maybe I can use another snowflakes. Of course, you can use any snowflake set. Hey, Spice Girl. Need to wake up. It's only like 4 o'clock where you are, girl. You should be awake. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, oh, I think I said Karen already. Wait a minute. Yep, I already said Karen. Hey, Robin. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Jan. Hey, Tony. Hey, Sue. Hello, 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 everybody. All right, so love those colors. Love this. Thank you. Sorry you're late. Sherry, you're just in time. We just started. Everybody's coming on. Hey, Deborah from Australia. All right, we got a good crowd coming on. So we're going to be using the Joyful Flurry stamp set today. But if you have any snowflake stamp set, you can use that. You don't have to have this one. This one is retiring. It's in the Holiday Mini, and it is one of the sets that's retiring, along with the dies that go with it. And I'm really bummed about that because I think every single year Stampin' Up! Comes up with a new snowflake set and then they retire it, which I don't know why, but I really liked this one. I've used this one a lot, and I'm sad to see it go. We've had a lot of really good snowflake sets over the years, so I wish they would just keep one now and then. But anyway, so that's what we're using. But again, if you have any snowflake set, you can do the same exact card. And we're only using 2 colors, well, actually 3 colors. We're using Highland Heather, Starry Sky, and then the white craft pad. So, or you could use Versamark too. If you don't have a white craft pad, Versamark will work. And don't forget, so when I see you on Thursday, the sale starts Thursday morning at 12 a.m., 12:01 a.m., or I guess 12 o'clock. I don't know if that's midnight. Yeah, 12 o'clock midnight. So, and that's mountain time. So it'll be really 2 o'clock in the morning here. So I'll be sound asleep, but my video won't be till 7 o'clock. So by the time my video starts, a lot of things will be sold out already. So make sure that you get up early Thursday and check out the sale. So I've already done the video. So if you go back to last week, I did the video that went through everything that was retiring, everything that was on sale. So you can see all the things that were on sale. Go ahead and make your list, have it ready. So when you wake up Thursday morning, you can do the sale. And I've got a new host code. So this host code here is through the end of the month. But if you want to go ahead and start using this one, I don't care. Probably nobody's going to order today or tomorrow because the sale starts. But if you order, go ahead and just use this one. So they'll both be fine. So if you use either one, it won't matter. But this is the new one starting December 1st. So go ahead and write that one down. But I'll just leave it here. So you can use either one. Doesn't matter. And if your order is over $50, I'm going to have a new kit. So on Thursday, I'll have a new kit. But if up until Wednesday night, if you order that, this will be the kit. You get 3 sets of this card. If your order is over $50, and the gems along with that if your order is over $100 and you use the host code. So I'll have a brand new kit starting Thursday. So I've got to come up with that. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll have something good and another pack of some kind of gems. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that will be. I almost did this one, but I didn't have anything else to do today. And I was like, well, I have to do this card today. So I'm going to come up with something else for Thursday. So I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be something good. I was going to do a one sheet wonder today too with the snowflakes, but when I decided to emboss them, it was just going to take too much time to try and do a whole sheet of it. So I just did one card. So that's all we're doing tonight, just one. All right, so let me go back and read some comments. Everybody's just saying hello. Wow, Wisconsin is 57 degrees right now. That's warmer than it is here. Because it's about, I want to say probably 50 or 40s right now. Because it was, I think it got up to 60 today. But when I went outside a little while ago, it was pretty cold. So I'm sure it's down in the low 50s or maybe 40s. Jan says, for all you cold ladies, try menopause. Been there, done that. Niagara Falls. All right. Love my jokes. Thank you. Thank you, Dolores. Oh, you like the white embossed snowflake on the card, and you really love the purples and blues. Thanks, Karen. Oh, Sue, you're gonna set your alarm for Thursday? I don't think I will, because I have to work tomorrow. I have to do another double tomorrow. So when I get home tomorrow night, I'm going to bed. I can't get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's just like, And plus I take a sleeping pill, so I will be totally out of it. And if I wake up and if I try to wake myself up, I'll just probably order everything under the sun and not even remember doing it. All right, so here's what you need for this card. It is pretty easy. We need 5.5 by 8.5 Highland Heather. And we need 5.25 by 4 Starry Sky. A piece of white that's 5.25 by 4. I think I'll stick that up there. That's for the inside. And then 5 by 3 3/4 white. That's for the front. And then this little piece of Starry Sky, 1/2 by 4. So that's all you need for this card. So we're going to do some heat embossing, and we've got some sparkle on there. I know you probably can't see it as usual, but it is sparkling. I did some water splash spray on there, and I did some shimmer mist. So we've got both. We're going to do some water and some shimmer. So it is going to be a cool card to watch. Oh, Sharon ordered some shimmer spray. Yay. Now you're a shimmerette. And somebody, I can't remember who it was, somebody offered to make those bags for me, but I haven't had time to respond. But the only bad thing is, if somebody else does it who doesn't live here, then I have to ship everything there. Then it has to be shipped all back here, and then I have to ship it out to everybody. So I really want to find somebody local, and I've asked 2 different people, and both of them said that they were going to do it, and neither one has. So I'm still waiting. And I've only been able to get like 15 of the shimmer paints because they keep selling out. So hopefully by after Christmas, we'll have it started. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So the inside one, this is what I did inside, just some snowflakes, and I sponged them a little bit, but you can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna save the inside piece for a minute and just work on this front piece. And this, let me just make sure I got the right one. Yeah, okay, so this piece is a little bit smaller than the other one. So I'm gonna do a little piece of scrap paper. All right, so when you are, and I didn't bring my embossing buddy, but when you're embossing, you really want to go over it with the embossing buddy. I'm just gonna use my jacket and make sure that you wanna make sure, I just put lotion on, so I don't want any fingerprints on here. You wanna make sure you get all the oil and everything off of your card. So if you don't have an embossing buddy, your shirt will work, usually. So I have my jacket on. So that's what we're gonna work in a pinch. All right, this is the white craft pad. So this is, a long time ago, we used to have a bunch of these, but see how it's like a sponge? It's not like the other ink pads. It's like a sponge full of ink. So you want to be extra gentle with it. I'm gonna do it over here. And if you press this in here, all the ink will ooze out. So you don't want to do that, but you just want to make sure your stamp is covered. So we're gonna stamp it twice. I'm gonna do one in the top left corner, and you can't really see it very good, but you'll see it in a minute. And I'm gonna get it inked up again and do another one in the bottom left corner, because I want them to be pretty much standing out like here and here with the without that bar across it. So that's all we need with this one. And then we're gonna put embossing powder on top of that. So we don't want to touch it. So this is the white embossing powder. And this is the Powder Pal. So you can get this. It's in the Holiday Mini. They brought it back if you don't have it. So I'm going to put the embossing powder on top of my snowflake. Oops. Just dumped the whole thing out. All right. So now you can see it. Oops. A couple little edges there didn't get it. Okay. You always just want to flick it just to make sure you get it off if you have any extras. I've got just a teeny bit right there, and I didn't bring a little brush, but it'll be all right. All right, and then the great thing about this is you just kind of put it right back into your jar, and it's got a little funnel at the bottom, and it just goes right back into the jar like that. And if I had my brush, I would brush it out because there's just a teeny bit in there, but that's okay. All right, so now what we're gonna do is heat this up. So I've got my embossing tool. So hold on just a second while we do that. Takes a minute to heat up. I see I've got just a teeny bit right there. And this is just a piece of cardboard with some foil on it. It kind of makes the bottom heat up too, so it heats faster. And you can kind of see it turning from a powder to a liquid. I love watching embossing powder melt. So it melts and turns into a liquid. And then we're just going to turn it around. And as it starts to melt, you just make sure you move it. You don't want to keep it like over top of something that's already melted. All right, so there we go. Now we're done with that. So we're going to take this away. And also, if you use this, so now it's nice and warm, it keeps it from curling up a little bit too. So I like using that. It's just a free little thing. When you have a cardboard box, just save a little piece, put some foil on it, and you'll have your own. All right, so let it cool for just a minute, because that embossing powder does like turn to liquid, and it is like tacky for a minute. Got like a little something on there. I don't know what that is. All right, so now we're gonna sponge it. So we're gonna do the blending brushes and Starry Sky. I'm gonna start with Starry Sky and just get some ink on here. And I've got a little bit of powder on here. All right, so we're just gonna tap off a little bit and then just go ahead and do the whole thing. So we want to have, you know what, I need a paper towel because I don't want to get any fingerprints on this. I'm going to hold it with paper towel. So we're just going to get some blue and then some purple. And right now you can't see it very good, but we're going to wipe it off in just a minute and you'll see it. So I want to leave a few spots totally bare, but then I'm going to blend the purple in also. And you want to get it fairly dark. because the darker you have it, the more it's going to pop white. All right, so that's good for right this minute. Now I'm going to go to the Highland Heather. So that was Starry Sky. Now we're going to go to Highland Heather, or you could use Gorgeous Grape, either one. And, oops. Hold on, let me read some comments. Let me see. Oh, you thought I was going to show you something new. Oh, sorry. I can't do something new every single time. I'm sorry if you've already seen this before, Robin. Let's see. Oh, you guys are just talking amongst yourselves. Thanks. Okay, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Hairspray is different. No, hairspray is not shimmer spray. Definitely not even close. Okay, so I think I caught up on those comments. All right, so we're just going to put some purple on here now. So we're just going to fill in. And again, you don't have to use a paper towel, but my hands are pretty lotioned up right now. So I'm afraid if I touch this ink, it's going to leave a fingerprint. So I don't want to do that. All right, so when I mix the purple and the blue, it's going to really make a pretty color. I love the color combo of these two together. And it just looks so pretty. Oops, I forgot to dab off, I think. So I got up this morning really early. I set my alarm because I had a whole bunch of errands to go do. So I got my car oil changed. And it always kills me when you go to get an oil change because it's like, okay, you expect to pay like $45. And then you get there and they talk you into getting like the better oil because your car has like high mileage, which mine doesn't really have high mileage, but it's like 65,000 miles. And they're like, oh, but the better oil, synthetic, will work so much better and burn cleaner or whatever. Then I needed 2 new air filters, one for the cabin and one for the regular. And I'm like, okay, so it ended up being $140 to get my oil changed. I'm like, how do they always do this to me? And then, so I know you guys, most of you guys know that Walmart thing that happened, the shooting, was right here near my house. So where I went to go get my oil change today was right in front of Walmart. And so I could sit in the waiting room where I was waiting, and I was looking at the parking lot, and they have it totally all, they have barricades on some of it, and then the barricades are wrapped with the yellow tape around it. And there's like all sorts of flowers and balloons and everything. But I don't know if they'll ever reopen that. And that is one of the busiest Walmarts in the whole East Coast. The manager told me one time. Because I used to go there all the time, but once I moved over to this side of the water, I have to go over a little bridge to get there, but it's only like 10 minutes. But there's another one closer to my house now, but so anyway, it's just really sad to see all that. And then after I did that, I went over to Dollar Tree, and so I'm in the Dollar Tree, and I have a whole cartload of stuff as usual. And so they have 4 self-checkout lines and 3 regular lines. All 3 regular lines are closed. And there's a lady just standing there like at one of the registers in the lines, but she wasn't doing anything. And so I walked up to her and I said, can you ring me up? And she said, no, you have to use a self-checkout. And I said, but you're just standing here and I have a whole cart full of stuff. She goes, well, I'll help you at the self-checkout. And I'm thinking to myself, what's the point of that? You know, because there's just no conveyor belt, and I have this whole cart full of stuff. So you have to take one thing out of the cart at a time, scan it, and put it in a bag. Then there's nowhere to put the bags. So, all right, I think That's probably good. Maybe just a little bit more. All right, so once you finish, then what you're going to do is take the paper towel and you're going to rub it so the ink does not stick to the emboss part. It sticks, it kind of just rubs right off. So it'll stick to the paper, but not the where it's embossed. So there you go. So anyway, she takes me over to the self-checkout and she rings me up. So she checked all of my stuff in and I said, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. It was just like, it would have been 10 times easier for her to ring me up at the register than to take me to self-checkout and do it there. Oh, I need that one. All right, so now what we're going to do is stamp. So same color. We're going to be using the Starry Sky. We don't need the sponger for a second. So I'm going to take the medium snowflake and I'm just going to stamp a couple of these on here. So we'll do one right there and one right there and maybe just a part of one. And then we're going to take the little one and fill in the middle. And this is a juicy pad. You can just see it's wet still. All right, so there we go. And then, oh, I forgot to tell you, you need a scrap of white. So I have a little scrap of white here. Let me just move that over because I can tell it's still wet. And I'm going to stamp my words also in Starry Sky. And then we're not done with that because we got to do the inside. So for the inside, I just took this snowflake and stamped it like 3 times right there. And then I'm going to sponge that, but I'm going to let it dry for just a minute because it's kind of wet. And then I think we're done with that. All right, so let me close all this up. So anyway, after I went to Dollar Tree, then I went to Sam's, and they had these things there the other day that were called pumpkin chips. They're pumpkin tortilla chips. So I'm going to fussy cut this out. And I just like the way it looked, fussy cut. So they went on clearance. So they were supposed to be 91 cents. So I get to the store today, and online it says they have plenty. But I get to the store, I go up and down every aisle, and they're nowhere to be found. So I finally ask a couple people, I'm like, yeah, we don't have those anymore. And I pull out my phone, I said, well, they're in my cart, and it says there's plenty available. And she said, well, we still have them, but they're like in the back. They pulled them from the shelves, and they're going to donate them to the food bank, because once they put them on the clearance thing, they leave them there for a couple days and then they just pull them. And I was like, well, that stinks, because they were really, really, really good. They were like tortilla chips covered in cinnamon sugar, and they kind of didn't really taste like pumpkin. I don't know why they said they were pumpkin, but they were so good. And I was like gonna get like 10 bags of them because they were so good, but they had none. So, and they wouldn't go in the back and get them. They're like, no, we can't sell them if they're less than $1. We have to donate them. And I said, well, that's stupid. I just don't understand that. All right, let me check the comments real quick. I know, I hate self-checkouts. Hate it. Let's see. Purple and blue are my favorite. Maybe you have a good spray bottle. Oh, Teresa says, I need to rob a bank before Thursday for the sale. I know, some of the things are dirt cheap. They have the snowflakes. These snowflakes are going to be on sale for $2 for a whole pack. So they're $6 now. You get 24 in a pack. They're going to be $2 if they have any left. Right now they do have them left, but I don't know about when they come on sale on Thursday. All right, so I got ink all over my finger. All right, so we want to sponge this with purple. So I'm not going to put any more ink on there. I got ink all over myself. I'm just going to put some purple on here. And not a ton, just a little bit. So it's not like stark white. And then on the inside, I'm gonna put blue on that one. And I'm not gonna ink that one up either because I think it's probably got plenty. So we're just gonna put a little bit of blue on that. All right, so now we wanna do some watering. So let me get my paper towel. And I've got just water here. You could use like a little water brush or a paintbrush or something, and that would give you bigger droplets. But I just had this handy, so I thought I'd just use this. So I'm just gonna spritz some water on there. And what it's gonna do is take the color away. So you'll see like little droplets there. So it kind of looks like it's snowing for real. I don't know why I'm shaking that up. I'm so used to doing shimmer spray. Oops. I'm getting everything wet except the paper. Okay. All right, so now we've got some spray on there, so you can probably see that. I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys see that? The little drops on there where it took off the color. It's really cool looking. All right, so then we're gonna do shimmer spray on top of that. So it's gonna be shimmery and also has the little droplets on there. So now we're gonna do shimmer spray, and I love it. Oh, love it. All right, so then we're gonna just let that dry for a second because it's wet. Oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful in person. I wish you guys could see how beautiful this looks. It's gorgeous. All right, so now we're gonna put it all together. So this one goes on here. So we're just gonna glue that with some green glue. And there we go. Oh, so then I'm coming out of Sam's, and I think, is that right? Yes. I can't remember which way I did it. And right when you come out of the door, all the handicap spots are up front. And I start laughing because I look over and there's 4 cars like together parked in the handicap spot. And this is how they, here's a little diagram. So here's the handicap spots. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so here's one car parked like this. So there's one car that way. This is in the handicap spot. There's another car kind of parked the same way. Then this car is parked like this. And then this car is parked like this. So there's the 4 handicap spots. Not one single car is in the lines in the spots. And I'm just looking at them going, did not one of them look at how they parked and see how bad it was? It was crazy. I said, that's the worst parking I've ever seen. And 4 cars in a row did it all together. All right, so then we're layering that with the Starry Sky and then on top of the Highland Heather. I wish you could see this up close and personal. It is just so pretty. It's got those little splotches of the water and then the shimmer on top of that. And it is so pretty. Then this goes inside. And then we have to make a bow, so I still haven't done my bow tutorial, but I'm gonna show you how to make a really pretty one tonight, so. All right, and then this goes right, oh shoot, I just remembered something. Hold on, let me take this off real quick. I forgot to put the ribbon around this. Ah, okay. Good thing it wasn't all the way stuck yet. Almost all the way stuck. It's not coming off very easily. Okay. All right, I forgot to tape this down across this part, so let me do that real quick. And then I wrapped the ribbon around it too. So we gotta do that first, or it's not gonna come out right. Okay, so then I've got a piece of the white crinkle seam binding ribbon. This is just the end of a roll. So we're gonna wrap that around here and just tape it to the back. Then we're going to glue it back down again. So see, even I goof up sometimes, but it was fixable. All right, so now we've got our white ribbon around there. Now we can glue it back down again. So I just wasted all that glue. So that was my morning adventure. Then I came home and stamped. And that was my exciting day. Get over it, got this ink all over my finger. All right, so there we go. All right, so now we've got to put this on here with some dimensionals, and then we're going to do our bow. And I got a joke for you guys tonight. Another joke. So we got 2 in a row. All right, so this is going to go right here, kind of above the where the bow is going to go. And all right, so I've got 2 different ribbons. We've got the white crinkle seam binding, and we've got this silver, I don't know what it's called, twine or something. It's not really twine. It's like, it comes in a pack with the gold. It's called Simply Elegant Trim. So you get 1 gold and 1 silver, and this is in the big catalog. So what you're gonna do, it's easier if you leave it on the roll. So you're gonna put the 2 pieces across your left hand and just leave it like kind of a long tail. Then you're going to wrap it around your top finger, above your middle finger, and then back around, and let me see, and then through. All right, so we want to cut that, and I want pretty long tails, so we'll leave that kind of long. All right, so now, let me get this in my fingers like that. All right, so now what we're going to do is push this through my fingers, if I can get them apart enough. My fingers are too fat. Hold on. This is always easier when you guys aren't watching me. All right, there we go. So we get it through our fingers. So you have to just put it around here. And then you bring it around here and it goes back up through that one right there. It's always harder when you have 2 together to do it. All right, so we're just gonna pull this through this hole. Hold on. I got 1 and I can't get the other one. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got both of our ribbons through the hole. And that was a hot mess. You're probably going, oh my God, she makes it look so hard. It's so easy when I do it by myself. I can just like whip it out. But when I do it on camera, it like never comes out as easy as it does when I'm by myself. All right, so now we've got our bows. So we've got 4 on each side. And there you go. So this one, for some reason, is a little bit longer. All right, so we're going to just trim that just a little bit. And then put it down here. All right, so it's kind of a fluffy bow, but it's really pretty. I love it. Or you can put it this way too. I think I like it better that way. All right, so we're gonna get some glue dots and put that down. I got a wild bow today. And just stick it kind of right in the middle. And there you go. Just fluff it up. All right, now we got to get a few rhinestones. And we're going to put our rhinestones inside of each of the snowflakes. So let me see if I can find my take your pick tool around here somewhere. All right, so we've got our take your pick tool with the sticky stuff on it. So you're just going to grab it like that, put 1 in the middle of each snowflake. Almost covered that one up. So just put these in the center. You could use a little bit bigger one if you want to. So it, whoops, that one's didn't come off. And then that one I can't really reach, so we're just gonna leave that like that. All right, so there you go. And now we're done. So what do you guys think about that? Oh, I gotta read a joke. Let me see if I can find it. Got it sitting over here somewhere. Oh, I read you guys the one about the teeth the other day, didn't I? Let me see. Okay, let's see. All right, so here's one. Well, I would tell you this one, but it's kind of like a dirty joke, so I don't want to tell you that one. So we'll do this other one. All right, two elderly ladies have been friends for many decades. Over the years, they had shared all kinds of activities and adventures. Lately, their activities had been limited to meeting a few times a week to play cards. One day, they were playing cards when one looked at the other and said, "Don't get mad at me. I know we've been friends for a long time, but I just can't think of your name. I've thought and thought, but I can't remember it. Please tell me what your name is." Her friend glared at her. For at least 3 minutes, she just stared and stared and stared at her. Finally, she said, "How soon do you need to know?" She couldn't remember her own name either. All right, so that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and you try this technique yourself with some snowflakes, and it's really, really fun. Don't forget about the humongous sale that's coming up Thursday morning at midnight. Well, I guess Wednesday night, Thursday morning, December 1st. Let's see. Let me read some comments real quick before I say goodbye. Let's see. Debbie Spicer said, "I learned how to emboss the right way. My Christmas cards are embossed. Never thought they would be." Oh, thanks, Karen. Nice Spice Girls. They do it because you're a woman. That's why they take it. Oh, because at the oil change place. I know, probably. I know. That's what I think too, but who knows? They bring me out this filter that's filthy, and they're like, "This one's really dirty. It needs to be changed." And I'm like, okay. I'm thinking they probably have one in the back that's they show that one to everybody and say, "This is your filter." I don't know. But how do you know if they're telling you the truth or not? I don't know. Love, love, love. Hate self-checkouts. Yes. Terry says, "Our Dollar Tree does not have self-checkouts." All of our Dollar Trees have gone to self-checkout now. So it's ridiculous. Just like Walmart. That's why I never... and Dollar Tree is my favorite store. So it really irks me that they don't have regular line. Even though the lines are there, they're not opening them anymore. So I think I might have to write them a letter. And their headquarters is right here, right down the street. All right, you guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff for me. And I'll be back in 2 days with another video and another card kit for you. Go ahead and use this code. You can start today. It doesn't really matter, either one of these, but definitely for the first, use that one. And don't forget, huge sale, and the clearance rack is going to be updated also at midnight. So make sure you check out the clearance rack also, because lots of good stuff from past catalogs will be on that. So I will see you back on Thursday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.